Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday. I'm somewhat nearby on the thing, so that's not bad. Welcome to the Sunday Sequence Break, episode 110. We're one away from a cricket joke, so I hope you guys are looking forward to next week where I can make some sort of cricket-based joke based on the number. I bet you do. Here we
I've
go.
heard way too much cricket-based humor lately, so I'm going to be pretty blasé about it.
I'm just saying. Were you in that title video?
I was not yet.
You were not yet. Okay.
No,
well,
like I said, that's a 9-hour process.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you can do that in your own time then.
Exactly.
Just pick 9 hours, I guess. But
Or you can just hide yourself in a different place each time, like Waldo.
it's gonna be another records episode. We were gonna do an ESA episode, and then someone said, "Oh, don't do an ESA episode this week," and we all agreed, but none of us can remember what the reason for that not doing one this week was. So we all trust each other.
Yes.
In knowing that at some point, somewhere down the line, there was a good reason for not doing an ESA episode this week,
Right.
but we do not know what it is.
We want to, I mean, I'm just kind of guessing, but I think the reason is we want people to forget what ESA was actually like, and then we're just going to make stuff up. We're just going to tell whatever stories.
And there were dinosaurs.
And then a dinosaur came.
It was so long ago, I don't remember. But there probably were dinosaurs.
Yeah, so, you know, that sort of thing. But we this week will be sort of the somewhat usual plus me group. So Fiesel and Gilda and then myself. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good. PJ still crushing buildings. He's in jail for that one.
He is.
Duckfist is still...
Crying big baby tears over the building crush.
Yeah, there you go. Crying baby tears, knowing he's got to do something with that hammer.
Luigi.
Whoa. He's not, is he?
He is now. You gotta wait for a minute, though. Twitch delay's a bitch.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
I'm just waiting.
And Sneezy Joe won't be here this week, unfortunately.
But I do have a cold, so you can just close your ears and pretend that Sneezy Joe's in the house.
Pretend that you're Sneezy Joe.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll pretend to be PJ.
Just gonna ban this guy. I can't ban, can I? No! Anyway.
You can't. You're banned from banning.
Damn it, it's not fair. But yes, so... yeah, fantastic. We're doing a little a records ep. There's a few things that did happen this week and that are going to happen soon that we can talk about. One being the super cool Mega Man relay, which hopefully some of us watched some of. I watched 4, 5, 6, and 10.
So you are currently our resident expert.
Wow, am I? Well, Duckfist would have been, but he's crying tears. But really cool run thing again. Nice big international crowd. I don't want to say it was definitely the first time they had Japanese people, but they had a bunch of Japanese runners. Ohon was there.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to forget the names. Visan, Choko Chutu, like, it's hard to remember these Japanese names. I'm going to actually look them up now. But we had the Japanese ones, then a bunch of European runners, some Australians, and I'm trying to remember what Joker's Twitter is, but I can't. Joker? I don't know. Anyway, and then obviously a bunch of American and Canadian runners too. It was really cool. I believe I'm going to probably get the color wrong, but Team Blue won thanks to incredible MMM 7 and 8 performances by Ion Gravere and Choco 2, Kut 2, I can't remember, but the Mega Man 8 runner from Japan, and then Chlorate sounds closer to a real word, but the Canadian Mega Man 10 runner clutched it out at the end too. It was really cool, really good marathon. If you missed it, I guess you can go back and watch the VOD. It was really close. Blue won by about a minute. Chocochu, there you go. Blue won by about a minute, then red and green was separated by a few seconds each. So, yeah, it was really sweet, really cool thing. Next time there's a Mega Man relay or any sort of relay, you should check it out because those are really fun to watch. Also, I know there's a Sonic. Wait, where did that go? Is that still in my... That's not going to be in my clipboard anymore because I linked you that gif of the kid trying to kick the ball. Let me grab that from my from the Skype chat. But there's a Sonic marathon apparently coming up this week. I'm going to post it in the chat. There it is. But starting tomorrow, I believe, Sonic Generations, tons of Sonic games. I don't want to say all the Sonic games because there's bound to be a handful of really obscure ones that aren't in there. But apparently there's
Sonic teaches
ones.
math.
Yeah, apparently there's some obscure ones that are in there. Sonic Shuffle.
Oh, good.
Sonic Robo Blast 2.
The best board game ever.
Sonic
That's not
Labyrinth
real.
is going to be in there.
Sonic Labyrinth.
Sonic Labyrinth, yeah. But all the Sonics, I mean, there's loads of Sonics. If you like Sonic and Sonic-based Sonic things, you should check this marathon out. I linked it. It's going to be the exact Twitch channel, for those who can't see it, is TSC_Screams. Let's do that right without messing up the streams and screams. TSC_Streams is what it is. So you should check that one out if you're a Sonic fan. And if you're not a Sonic fan, I mean, maybe check it out anyway and wonder why you're there.
Just ironically check it out.
Yeah, ironically check it out. Exactly. Oh, wow, you have a gift prepared.
I'm on top of things. Gotta watch out for me.
I had no idea. But yeah, that's that. The HDQ train is rolling along with game submissions being opened today, literally a few hours ago, 4.5 hours to go, I think, ago to be exact. You can't really see what people have submitted. I think some people might be posting it in the thread, but on the plus side, that means that you can actually access the SDA forums. But, you know, everybody should know that. Check out the, you know, submit your games. I'm sure if you're on Twitter, you'll find out what people have submitted.
So this year, is there still going to be posts in the thread about why certain things didn't make the cut?
I believe, I don't want to put words in Uyama's mouth, but last I heard, there will not necessarily be reasons why, because there's so many games in there. I mean, I would not be surprised if he was getting... I can't remember how many we got for ESA, but for AGDQ next year, first of all, we have no idea how many people are actually going, but it wouldn't be unreasonable to think there may be 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 odd games submitted. You know, I think there's a limit of 5 per attendee. I think the Mike's put up. Again, not exactly sure if that's the case, but I think there is. So, you know, with that many, it's not unreasonable to say that you probably won't get a response. But
yeah, but it'll be posted, I'm sure, in the doc.
Yeah, that was it. Someone said if you ask him personally, if you're not sure why, he said he will give you an explanation, but it might take a little while. That's what I last.
So there will still be a salt thread, I'm sure. There'll be salt accumulating somewhere in the forum.
Plenty of salt. So bring your ham and bacon, or you know, bring your pork cuts and turn it into bacon. Oh. So yeah, there will be that. It's very nice to get a response, but hopefully people understand that it's quite a luxury to have a handwritten response about every single game. As someone
Right,
who
with
was
this
part of
many
the
people.
ESA team, yeah, as one of the people who was part of the ESA team for a marathon, which is probably going to be a third of the attendees at least. I would say 600 plus people isn't unreasonable to expect for the next AGDQ, and we had to handwrite all our responses. It's quite a lot of work, so hopefully people are all right with it. Naturally, there's going to be salt, but try and move on. It's not great to get your run cut, but hopefully you understand that it's not an easy job.
Limited time. That even some good games that would make good marathon runs won't make it just because there's
just because of sheer numbers,
time. Yeah.
I don't know who's on the games team for AGDQ this year, but I believe in the past it's been Uyama and Breakdown have been the main components of the team. Is that still the case? Do we know?
I don't know.
Hardly.
I know Sinister maybe helped, but Breakdown is a friendly guy. If you chum up with him, maybe that's an extra chance to get it in. I actually believe...
I think that these people are uncorruptible. I don't think that'll work.
I actually believe Feasel has some influence, and as do I. So if you want to send any...
I gotta clear this up.
Gilda,
I have no influence on
2,
anything.
actually. Gilda 2 has some influence. If you want to send us any money, gifts, alcohol, food items, anything like that, hugs and kisses
alcohol.
to us, we will definitely be able to help you get your game into the marathon. So
yes, we promise.
Bear that one in mind.
The games that get cut, though, are all because of me, though. The ones that get in are usually someone else's decision. But I say no to everything that I get asked about. So
if your
pretty
game
much
gets
everything
in
gets cut.
and it's a long
Just send
shot,
me a message letting me know how you felt about that.
if your game gets in and it was a long shot, that was definitely me telling Uyama. Absolutely 100% me. I've done it in the past.
If I had known about that, I would have nixed that. So
I've done it in the past with much smaller marathons in last-minute conditions where we absolutely needed a game at the latest point. So I could probably do it before the beginning of probably the biggest speedrun marathon ever, for sure. So just send that stuff over anyway. And don't worry about it. We'll take care of it, right, guys?
Of course.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Promise.
Absolutely. Aside from that, anything else that's happened in the world of speedrunning that we can quickly mention that's not related to this? I believe Monkey Marathon. I did look up the dates for Monkey Marathon after last week and immediately wrote down that I was going to go check out the Monkey Marathon thing, which I'm going to do right now. Dumpty Dumpty Dum Monkey Marathon loading. 15th to the 17th. Nuts. Damn it! It
That's
already happened
ending today, or probably
already
just
happened.
ended. Hope you enjoyed the Monkey Marathon. Let's put this in the news section.
Lots of monkeys.
Or current events.
And dinosaurs.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you got not much longer to get your Twitch VODs highlighted.
Oh, yes.
Because the non-highlighted VODs are going to go. And export that stuff to YouTube if you can.
Yes, and just download it for your PC. Buy a cheap HD drive. They're still cheap. They're cheap again after the flooding in Thailand. Buy like a 3 terabyte and just shove it all on your drives as well. It's the best place to have it in full quality on your own drives. I mean, you can get like a 3 terabyte drive for what, like $150 now or $200? Something ridiculously cheap. So do that too. And then treat yourself to an SSD while you're at it so you can steal speedrun records. All right. I think we're done and we can move into records because I said
I thought that was. Oh no, I thought that was all still the intro. We haven't even recapped.
Oh wait, no, we haven't done the recaps yet. Jesus Christ.
I was like, I hope I wasn't
God.
screwing up those splits. We gotta skip the recap split. Oh no. Okay, I hit the split.
An
Go.
intro is that? That's going to be a hard intro to top. Like
I know,
that
that's
was a
hell of
really
an
good intro.
right there. We had a lot of stuff to talk about.
All right, so Fees, what have you been up to in the last week since we had a chat?
I don't know. What I do? I played 8 Eyes some, had not much luck with it. It's tough. I'm realizing that despite the fact that my current PB is terrible, through about half the run, the other half of the run that isn't terrible had a bunch of really stupidly lucky things happen. Well, I won't say lucky, but just like, because there's not really too much RNG in the game, but it's more like stuff that I don't normally get right went perfectly in some of the late run boss fights. And so it's one of those things where it looks like I'm way ahead and then suddenly time lost, no PB after all. So I'm sort of at that point. I kind of want to just get one more really good run, one more thing that beats that, and put my stake in the ground for now and do some other stuff. But I don't know. have to see how I feel about it a week from now if I continue to not be able to beat that PB. But I'm trying to work on other things. I've been playing Karateka, which I think is the way you should say it from now on, which is the precursor, sort of a precursor to
That's
Prince of Persia.
Karateka, right?
Right.
Karateka.
Or Karateka.
Is that what we called it last week?
I called it
Yeah,
Karateka
well, that's
when I
one
was a
of the
kid.
ways. Yeah, Karateka.
That's what it always.
I like Karateka.
See,
better 'cause
Karateka
it's
confuses me because I'm
better
thinking
than
of Kara. I'm thinking of Kara throws from Street Fighter plus chicken tikka masala, which is a curry, and I'm having a very difficult time piecing those together. Like a curry that moves closer doesn't work for me. Curry that moves slightly when it shouldn't.
It's curry takeout said with a funny accent.
Curry take.
But anyway, it's got people dressed in pink and it's got birds. So
Oh,
obviously I
fuck
gotta play
that.
this
That
game.
bird is
Sold
the
right
friggin'
now.
rudest thing in the world.
Sold. Sign me up. But
5 hit
this makes
points,
me actually.
and that thing will fuck your world up.
Oh yeah, no kidding. But anyway, it's a fun game. I don't know. It's kind of annoying to speedrun because I haven't really figured out how to get any better AI loops than the really slow and reliable one that I've got now, which is like, it just feels like it's way too slow. You can play super conservatively and the enemy just runs into your foot over and over again, and that's how you win most of the battles.
Have you managed to get, just as a random question, have you managed to get any of the ones where the enemy doesn't stop running in time?
No, I've never managed to get, because in that game, if you're not in fighting stance, you one hit die. So I've never managed to get an enemy to do that. But I think it's possible to skip some enemies.
It is, or at least on the Apple IIc version I played when I was a little kid. So I
think if you advance a bit in combat.
Yeah, I know there was a way to stop early enough that you could one-shot like the first couple enemies that where it switches over to them running at you and you're running at them and they're running at you, like the whole action movie thing. There are times where you can catch them off guard and just like quick stop into stance, kick them once, and they're done. So
I'll work on that. That may be. I haven't had any success yet, but that may be a thing. We'll work on that a bit. All right. Well, that's fun. So there's that. Right. But now this makes me want to run Prince of Persia because people keep talking about Prince of Persia as they're looking at this game, and I'm like, oh man, I want to play that game. So who knows? But I'm going to really focus on my AGDQ games. I don't want to get too distracted. But we'll see. Yeah. We might see some Prince of Persia, maybe.
All right. Gilda, what have you been doing?
Not much speedrun related besides improving some Trials Fusion individual levels a little bit. I did do a couple of no resets on Clash at Demon Head, which now makes me want to go back for sub 20 pretty soon. I was going to take a longer break from it, but that bug bites you. You see your old, you watch your old run a couple of times. You're like, oh, that mistake.
Yeah, this the best and worst thing you can do is watch an old run of yours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still submitting that time because I do think sub 20 is going to take months to get. It's going to require either some bullshit RNG luck or seriously perfect execution. So there's probably
and you will only get
9 seconds of mistakes to clean up in the run, and then there's a boss that could give me a 2-cycle or could give me a 4-cycle. So resetting on a boss 10 minutes in on a hell of a long shot chance is not conducive to consistency, I think, or not wanting to throw your controller to the moon. So
yeah.
I'll probably focus on like much better execution this time around, but yeah, it'll probably take a while to hit sub 20.
Yeah.
But starting soon.
Cool.
Starting soon.
Well, we'll get there. Then me, I got the game I wanted to run, but then found out that Wii U does not emulate Wii quite as well as I would have liked, and I actually need to buy a Wii pad if I want to play it. Which is great when it says, please point the Wii remote at the screen to even get into the Wii menu, and I'm thinking, what? Okay, I guess I need one of those then. But, yeah, so that got delayed. Aside from that, I've been not doing many speedrun-related things, sort of answering questions for the people who have been doing Wonderful 101 stuff. I'll talk about Wonderful 101 a bit later in the record section. But that's sort of, I'd say blowing up, but I mean, it's 2 other people, which I guess for me is a big amount of people running a game I like. So, we'll go with that. Aside from that, we did the ESA feedback thing and we posted that, which is a nice healthy read if you like lots of information about something that's not going to happen for another year. But it's probably better that you glance over it and then just get excited for AGDQ instead. That's probably a better use of your time. Aside from that, watched the Mega Man Relay, which was great. There I watched pieces of the GTA 100% trilogy race they're doing right now, which in my opinion is a terrible idea. But yeah, after about 6, 7, or 8 people are doing GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas 100%. Estimated time is about 40 hours, so yeah. But yeah, no, that's it. Nothing else really speedrun related. Going to go on a search to buy a Wii pad probably next week then. Aside from that, then playing Blaze Blue, because that game's really cool. Bit late, but it's cool. And now we can do records, right?
Now we can. Let me split.
Yay!
Bam! Let me change the background.
Pow. All right. Sweet. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Now there's a duck running into a crown. Well, duck.
Dude, I'm waiting for that one. But while I wait, I will talk about A Nightmare of Elm Street on Elm Street. My bad. NES US any percent in 1953 by... Is this a real name?
Yep, it sure is.
This is Can't Out Fap Me, which I guess you got to be proud of something. This is
right.
Beaten Rayquaza 911 time by 4 seconds, who had a 1-2-3 house pattern, and this run had a 2-1-3. Good job. It reminds me of one of the names I have. If you check out the Crash Course Left 4 Dead 4-player video on SDA, you'll see the name I have in that one, which is similarly childish, but well done, dude. I appreciate the pride of your name. Recently, I think I saw a thing that had Freddy Krueger has killed more people in movies than any of the other slasher sort of characters have. But now I'm doubting if that's true. It might be Jason, but there you go. Anyway, useless fact there, out the way. Alias on PS2, any percent 20152 by Iceplug. I'm going to assume this is the TV show. Was that a TV show called Alias, wasn't there?
No idea.
It could be.
There is, but I have no idea.
It's a movie.
Like its description, though.
A game, yeah. It says you fight stuff and pick locks, you kill guards with deck brushes, guns, shovels, knives, but mostly diving crotch punches.
Fantastic.
Now, he didn't mention leather trousers, which is mostly what I remember of the Alias TV show. Who was the actress in that? I want to say it was Jennifer Garner, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Alias. Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe it is that. Who knows? It's about that period for a PS2 game. PS2, it's a game based on the TV show. There you go. See?
It is. I was going to say this. I just loaded the video up. It looks like it.
Dropping
all over the info and the crotch punches.
All right then. Then we have Aliens vs Predator Classic 2000. This is the good Alien vs Predator PC game.
The good one.
Well, they had. They released one a few years ago that wasn't.
Recently, that was kind of dicey.
Yeah, and this is the really cool one, which everyone was super excited for the new one about. But there's Alien vs Predator Classic 2000 PC. Sorry, any percent easy Marine campaign by Alan Yates in 916. They are maybe a bit dated now, but I remember really enjoying the Alien vs Predator runs that are on SDA. The Alien run in particular is kind of weird. The alien being able to crawl on walls and stuff, but I'm sure this marine one is pretty cool too. So well done to Alan Yates.
Imagine it takes some of the tension out of that run, speedrunning it there. Because I remember playing when it first came out, and it was like, oh fuck, man, they're inside the walls and all that sort of crap. It was like,
where's
really
the alien?
game.
Oh, the alien doesn't actually spawn in this level. Oh, okay, well, fine.
All right,
moving on. All right,
I like games where you play as the villain. I want to play just one of those slasher games where you are the guy, and what you have to do is make sure you're standing there when the person looks over, and then they look away for a moment, and you have to quickly get out of sight so that when they look back, you're not there. You have to recreate that.
That would be great.
It's actually a pretty cool
they shine the torch in your eyes, and then they shine the torch away, and you have to move out of their sight.
Okay,
but the only problem is
that impossibly small period of time. Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to see their face, which would be the best part. Maybe there'd be a picture-in-picture thing.
No, we could do what was that? The Burnout series of games for a while there. If you had an Xbox or a PS3 camera or whatever, it would snap a photo of you when you got taken down.
Oh, they did
I'm sure there were plenty of pictures of people caught in their underwear or whatnot, or in the middle of swearing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love the guy just in his underwear. Because nowadays that will get posted immediately to
Oh yeah,
Facebook. And it will be
that would
like,
destroy.
Chris Smith was taken out, and it's just him in his underwear, like chucking the controller at the ground. Oh, okay. Anyway, Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures. PC any percent in 1917 by Rayquaza911, who had his other run taken. I recognize his name from earlier, and from many other episodes of this show.
Yes.
This is a Deathless run, which had a few mistakes near the end due to me being cautious. Nonetheless, I think it's a great one. With rumors the Wii U version might be coming in the next month or two, maybe you will see new runners for this game. Sorry. Just the idea of a Wii U bringing in any more people to any game is pretty funny. There's not exactly many Wii U owners, but okay, hopefully.
It'll take off. Give it some time.
It'll take off. Just
This
needs that
Wii U
Wii U
thing,
port.
I think
Put it on the Vita as well, and we'll get those runners you need. Sorry, in its own category, being different than the PC version, since I see no way how Nintendo will allow the porn level to be in the game. The 1 year anniversary is September the 20th, so get hyped for the big race. So I guess there's going to be some kind of big race of that game on the 20th. Is that game really a year old already?
Yeah, probably so. We've been seeing records for it for a while now.
Yeah, we have. Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Then we
I'll read
got
some
Bastion.
here.
Yeah, you
we
read
go.
Bastion.
You read both
'cause,
Bastions. Yeah.
I'm the PC pal, guy. I'm our
PC
expert.
is your pal.
So, this is Bastion for the PC. This is ASL new game. ASL standing for American Sign Language in this case. It's in
Wow, you
48
made the joke
minutes,
the same
56
time I did
seconds.
in chat.
You go, wow, good timing.
I might be,
It's-
do you know what my guess is going to be? My guess is going to be
No.
all standard levels. That's my guess.
I'm gonna say all singing lemons.
Ooh,
Aha.
okay,
The
I like your
commercial with the
one.
lemon that sings.
Is there a lemon that sings? Okay, I'm googling that right now.
I completely made that up, but I hope you find something because that would be cool. But anyway, it says achieved during the Seamergency Marathon. Shoutouts to donors for not making me save Zolf, which could have cost me 20 seconds and the world record. Well, those are nice donors, letting you have the world record. And we have another Bastion run. This is any percent new game in
I found a
14
picture.
minutes 17 seconds. Foolagin again, who says this run is 7 seconds from my sum of best. 7 seconds from sum of best, that's pretty good. Shoutouts to Feral Pigman for holding this record for 24 minutes before this run, and to Has Edge for the MLG won't drop strats.
So he
By the
had
way, the
it.
footage was
So I'm
from the
glad that there is
100%
a
new
singing
game.
lemon.
So he did have it for 10 minutes before he started the run. Wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I found a
shots fired.
singing lemon.
Soft and weenie.
I found a singing lemon picture, but according to chat, it's all story levels, so I wasn't far off.
I like age, sex, location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, ASL was always typed either with slashes or with small a's, wasn't it? So,
Maybe.
yeah, went with American Sign Language. Whereas ESL is English as a second language, not English Sign Language. It's crazy.
Right.
Right, anyway.
English don't have sign languages.
No.
They probably do,
Well,
but they,
we
I'm
have
sure they don't
British.
use American sign.
We have
It's
British Sign
sign.
Language.
ESL.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. ESL is also the Electronic Sports League. God, dude, we're nailing these acronyms today. All right, this is BTVG, aka Batman the video game, as it's always called BTVG, right?
Sure.
Sure, right.
Sure,
This is
yeah.
Game Boy Any Percent in 1110 by Walkernut, who says, before this run, I got 1111, locally recorded, while doing drills to get warmed up. While I'm not particularly fond of this run regarding the potential of this game, I'm happy that I was able to bust this out in marathon. God, another marathon record beaten this month. Despite being nervous the whole week of the marathon, and every time I would play this game. Having a run closer to what I think would be good stopping point, sub 11, but I don't know if it's possible, only the future can tell, demotivates me on doing emulator runs, so I'm going to take a break until I get a console setup going, so that I can do future runs on it and get a real feel of legitimacy. So it seems that these were in the Seamergency Marathon, which I thought had finished by last week's show, but I guess obviously not. Yeah. But hey, hey ho.
Some late submissions. That's all right.
Okay. We have one
We got
here.
another great one.
You can-
We
Yeah,
saw this. I'll talk about this baby
Yeah.
here because this is quite a miracle baby. So this is Biomiracle Batuke Upa, which is about some sort of genetically engineered miracle baby or something. But this is for the NES, the Japanese, any percent normal mode, and 3141 by Author Blues, who says, this improves upon my previous record. 2 deaths in the run still, as my mediocre World 3 boss, as well as a mediocre World 3 boss, are keeping me from sub 30 goal. But I plan to keep working on this game on the side, perhaps for AGDQ. A bunch of tricks taken directly from the Nico video tasks, including manipulation of enemy spawns and quick kill pattern on the end of stage bosses, should make that goal possible.
This is the unhappy baby game.
Right. This is where this baby crawls around in places that a baby really shouldn't be. And,
actually, we decided he wasn't necessarily unhappy. He was more just. He was just like, oh, this shit again.
Faces of concentration or disgust, maybe.
He's like
saving the world again.
Yeah, exactly. But it looked pretty cool. I mean, NES graphics, it looks great, I think. But I'm guessing it's Japan only. I'm not sure many baby games made it to the West.
Probably not.
This is the bit where you turn the bunnies into balloons and shoot them at the boss, which I think is a standard mechanic.
Yeah, that is most of the game. So I played a ROM hack of it where it turned the baby into Shin-Chan.
Oh, is that the weird dude with the big head?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's correct.
All right.
But it was pretty much the same gameplay. Oh, dibs on this one, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Right, well, we got to do this one at the end because the thing's still uploading.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be...
We're going to come back.
As a special note, we will be playing this one at the end, so... but we'll talk about it now. We'll go ahead and talk about it, and then we'll play the video at the end. Because the video is pretty much a jaw-drop watch. Have you ever seen Blaster Master? So it is Blaster Master NES on the PAL version, any percent in 536 by Cool Kid. And his comment is incredible. It says, yes, the bad times in life is like a telephone. You never know when it go ring. But when it ring, just pick it up and receive. When you finish, put down the receiver and carry on, because the sun will always shine.
That's an incredible comment.
Can I make a motion to have Cool Kid just write all the game comments from now on?
I think you need that read as a poem or something like that.
I think he needs to beat some other records and come up with more comments for us.
We can mention that at the end, but I know Charlion has been running this as well, and they've been sort of trading based on the Ludendi Twitter tweeting one day Cool Kid, next day Charlion. So yeah, I also watched Cool Kid's Strider run from last week. I watched, and you should see his reaction at the end. It's great. It's really good. So we'll watch Blaster Master at the end. But we have
Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse.
Yeah,
I've been watching this one. With this one improve a lot. It's K-Mac as usual. Kiss My Afro card. Yeah. On the NES US, no partner, which means he doesn't pick up any of the buddies. It's Trevor only, or useless Trevor. Finally has a use. In 2921, he says looking to cut this down to around 2915. He would have had it this run except for a terrible stage 8. So yeah, K-Mac is kind of my go-to late-night raid for the most part. Either him or DK28. So if you don't want to see Castlevania get destroyed, tune into his channel.
Another acronym there. K-Mac. All right. We have Disney Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, which is the game with Oswald the cat. At least I think it's a cat. Pretty confident. This is Any Percent Bad Ending, 1 hour 17 by The Englishman, who says that this was a good run until Ventureland, when it took me 2 minutes to do a trick I could usually get in my sleep. Okay, now the other one was about dreams, wasn't it? I was going to make a dream joke, but never mind. I also changed the route a bit and included a new trick where I spammed the pause button to skip through the otherwise unskippable dialogue. Oswald's AI wasn't nearly as terrible as it usually is, so this time it's all my fault. Still, record's a record. That's a pretty good time for that game. Like, it's pretty newish, so like anything around under 2 hours generally for a new game seems pretty must be something pretty interesting going on.
I believe that there are some sequence breaks,
perhaps to be shown on a Sunday
in a game that Englishman runs. Sequence breaks? I don't think so. It's probably definitely not going to be flying out of bounds, which there nearly always is in a game that Englishman runs.
This is true.
Even if there wasn't when he started running it, there will be at some point. If you don't know anything, Oswald he's like a really old Disney character, right? I think he's meant to be like, if you ever watched that Itchy and Scratch, that Simpsons episode where Itchy and Scratchy had like the fake one, like they claimed it was stolen from somewhere. I think it's like that's what it's based on. So, you know, there was like an old Disney character called Oswald the Cat that never got very far, and I guess they're trying to bring him back. I don't know. Anyway, this is Doki Doki Yuenchi Crazy Land Daisakusen, which I'm going to go with.
That's perfect.
What does Doki mean? What does Doki mean? Anything? I'm going to assume it does because it's Japanese, and
I think it's an onomatopoeic thing that refers to like your heart beating fast.
Okay.
Now Doki Doki Panic makes all kinds of sense.
Right, because I was thinking Doki Doki Panic. Right, it kind of makes sense, I guess. But every Japanese game title usually means 3 or 4 things at once, doesn't it? They love their wordplay. But yeah, this is NES Japanese version, no surprise. NE% 1933 by Tristan, I'm going to go with. This is localized and rebranded as in Europe as Trolls in Crazyland. I refuse to play a game starring creepy naked dolls, so original Japanese it is. I saw TMR run this for Nesmania and said to myself, it can't be that bad, can it? Well, it can. Clipping through floors, despawning bosses, invisible projectiles, floaty and inconsistent jumping mechanics, the list goes on. Yeah, this run has one major flaw near the end, but it's great otherwise, and I had such good luck early in the run that the time is made up. Also, every time I'm on PB place now, the second boss despawns and soft-locks the game, so I think it's time to move on.
I wonder if that's like something based on the timing in the game, like he gets there just fast enough to like make the code throw an exception or something.
I always enjoy those games where you have to stop and wait for a bit for the game to catch up with it, otherwise it breaks.
Whoa.
Yeah, hey, stop it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we got Doom 2, No Rest for the Living. I swear every time there's a Doom game, there's either an expansion I've never heard of or a subtitle I've never heard anything called by. So this is Doom 2, No Rest for the Living, PC, US version, Ultra Violence Max 5455 by Cyberdemon 531, who says just rerouted a lot of the maps and saved a lot of time in new strats. Doom always, as everyone should know by now, Doom runs are great. Doom runners are great too.
I guess would be secrets, kills, and what's the last thing? There's 3 things, right? Or is it just
items.
Secrets and kills and items? Do you really have to get all the pickups, every little potion?
I want to say that you have to at least run over them, even if you're full. I can't remember if you're full and it doesn't pick up, it doesn't count. I want to say it counts as long as you touch the item.
Every item, or if it was just big stuff like med packs.
It might be.
To get every little 1 point armor.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know exactly how Doom tracks items, but
I can't remember precisely what counts. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of collecting, quite a routing task. Yeah. Neat. Well, anyway, Doom 2.
Yeah.
It's a fun
highlights
game.
running right now, so
Probably my favorite. My favorite Doom.
Go watch. Go watch every Doom run, and also don't forget the EXO ILs, which I don't know if are on SDA yet or if they're going on SDA. But don't forget those. Those haven't got enough views. So go watch this. Every other, just Google Doom speedrun and watch everything that comes up. All of them, even Doom 3. All right, every single one of them. It doesn't matter.
But
they'll be great.
It would just show a black screen. I don't get it. All jokes are fantastic.
Yeah. But hey, let me know when this is done, because again, I have no idea how far behind. It is done. All right. Okay.
It just finished.
We have a game called Dragon Egg.
Yes.
This is the TurboGrafx 16. Japanese version, 80% normal, 947 by Tristan again. He said, this is such a hidden gem in the TG16 library. A really cute, short, fluid game that'd be great as a blind race or side project speedrun. We keep forgetting to talk about the mystery tournament. Let's talk about the mystery tournament later. But anyway, that'd be great as a blind race or side project speedrun. This was a really solid run bookended in little bits of slop in the first and last level. TAS is 730 something due to a glitch I haven't perfected yet that lets you skip all the stage 4. Some more work to be done for sure. Sounds like Tristan's digging out these Japanese gems and not so gemmy games.
Slightly less than gems.
Slightly less than gem.
He was looking for a diamond in a rough and just found the damn rough. Problem here.
Sounds like me playing golf, I think. All right. Exodus. Feasel. As someone who has an E in their name, you should read this one.
I do. Okay, so this is Exodus for the PC. PC Pal, of course. You just gave it to me because I'm the PC Pal.
Right, I didn't want to see it again.
Okay, well, I happen to know all these PC Pal games really well. This is Any Percent Run in 2104 by
It's
Onin.
Onin again. He's doing it on purpose. I know he is. He finds a new PC game so he can call it PAL.
Well, he says Exodus is a neat, pretty, but obscure Metroidvania game. It's also technically inept with lag, screen tearing, and constant crashes. The route is simple. Teleport is OP, so all I do is gather experience to buy that skill as fast as possible. With teleport, I can skip 2 bosses that activate an elevator, then skip the entire final area and final boss, teleporting straight into the ending cutscene. This run has 2 unintentional deaths, so I could possibly get a sub-20 run, but for that I'd have to stop crashing first. Flicky, you look nice today. Did you shave?
Oh, he's complimented me after he moaned last week. I did actually. I did shave. I still have beard, but it's shorter. It's neater than it was. Thank you.
There's no way to stay on Team Beard to be feared, sir.
Team Beard to be feared. I just have that problem with beards, where it's like once you've had a beard, life isn't the same unless you have a beard.
Yeah, you get pretty lazy about it. I definitely do.
Exactly. Yeah, like you can instead of shaving every day,
but...
you trim it once
I knew
a
it.
week.
Dinosaurs.
Wait, there's dinosaurs where?
At the very end, the loading screen
nice.
has dinosaurs.
Just like Exodus from the Bible.
Just like ESA.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Don't spoil next week.
I know. I can't help it. Dinosaurs are awesome.
This guy's called A Mustache and is talking about beards and shaving in chats. Oh.
I would take shaving advice from a mustache. It sounds a bit biased, though. I'm going to guess the advice comes a bit on the mustache side of things, you know.
I mean, shaving's great, but not too much shaving. Do you know what I mean?
You might want to leave just a little bit, maybe like below your nose.
Yeah, on your lip, you know.
Yeah, definitely get rid of all that.
Like you're gonna have a shadow there anyway. All right, Fable 2. 360 any% in 317.07 by Voolagin again, another Voolagin run. This game has received criminally little speedrunning attention over the years, so I thought I'd work to fix that. Shoutouts to Ilsaroth, who posts in the SDA thread, provided a lot of basic route information, to Darklight Bocco, who is currently working on breaking the hell out of this game, and to Frankers, the best character in all of Albion. I'm going to assume he named his dog Frankers, which is the only logical choice.
I should have asked you to read that in your best Tony J.
Who's Tony J?
You don't know who Tony J is, come on.
I don't know who Tony J is, no.
He's now the late Tony J, but he was the guy that did a lot of narrating voices.
Was he English?
Yes, he was.
Okay. I could have done generic one, but it probably would have come out more Attenborough than anyone else.
My favorite role that he did for video games, at least, was the remake of The Bard's Tale as the narrator.
Oh.
It was actually really well done. Carrie Ellis was the bard, and he was the narrator, and they kept snipping back and forth at each other. It was really well written.
Nice. I saw something
in the game one time. He's like, "You would like to continue on to yes, wait. Oh yes, the bard was making an ass of himself."
Random thing, actually, thinking of snappy English accents and wit and so on. I watched the Grand Budapest Hotel, and it was very good. So I would suggest that to people. It's actually American, which shocked me because I'm very racist. But yeah, it's really funny. It's meant to be set in Eastern Europe, but everyone is either English or American, and they make no secret of this the whole time. So they'll talk about a character being from France, and he'll say like, "Hey man, I'm not sure. You just need to go out there right now." And it's like, it's great. You should check it out. I suggest. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So speaking of games that have Carrie Elways, you got Fire Emblem Awakening.
It probably does, right?
Probably does. Like half the games on 3DS have Carrie Elways in it.
Yeah.
But this is Fire Emblem Awakening for 3DS. Any % run done in 39 minutes 33 seconds by El Catria, or that could be 3 or Catria.
So it could.
3.
Right. Who says, I didn't submit this earlier because I lost a minute plus due to bad RNG. But since then, I have taken a hiatus, so I might as well submit it now.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Right. Oh, cool. That was it. Sorry.
That was it.
God of War 3. God of War 3 as well. Got a bit more broken, as you can see. breaking it and breaking it and breaking it. EXE has continued breaking it. PS3 run, 80% new game plus in 127.20. He says, ESA is love, ESA is life. Greetings to all the sexy ESA people, and hopefully I can see you next year. So, nothing about the run, but I agree with your sentiment entirely.
All you not ESA people, though, boy, how did you can
Yeah,
just get...
sorry about
The
that.
not sexy ESA people can go ahead.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Yes. So I guess if you're an ESA person who's not sexy, you know, I still like you, and anyone who's just not ESA at all, sorry, apparently not this year, but this run is really broken. There's lots of flying around, swimming in air, flying stuff. Great.
God of War
the God of War 3, yeah, the God of War series are kind of broken. But yeah. Then we got Jet Set Radio Future on the Xbox. Wow, actually the Xbox one, not the PC version. Okay. And he was sent in 20148 by Fingerquick. No, don't do it. Don't do it, please. This run was pretty much as perfect as I can get it right now. No major mistakes throughout the run. Probably not going to return to this game unless someone beats it or massive glitch skip is found, or I possibly get a hold of a standalone copy of the game. Going to work on 100% now and trying to get that category optimized. Shout out to the JSRF speedrunning community. Without them, I probably wouldn't have been motivated enough to get my time this low. I might upload the run to YouTube with commentary for people if they want to get into the running this game. Sorry, that name. I moved it. I moved out. It's too easy. It's too easy a joke.
So,
all right.
He probably is pretty happy with that one. I remember he submitted I think a 203 and change earlier in the week. It was like, I lost something like a minute and a half. And I can't remember exactly what it was that he lost. Is like maybe it was subpar optimization or something like that, or rather execution or something along those lines. But you know,
really cool
sure
game
enough.
and run. If you've played it, especially because it makes like the game is really fun, but it does not control as smoothly as you might think.
No,
and
I've played the original Jet Set Radio, and oh my gosh,
especially if
the
you
controls
have
in
to
that game
play,
are really frustrating.
especially if you have to play with the pad, you know, the Xbox pad. I was talking with Dolphin and Reki, who both run Xbox games, some of the few Xbox runners, and they use the classic pad, the monster thing, and I just can't understand. The fucking
Are their
space
hands made of
station,
like
you know?
giant stone slabs or something?
I don't know.
That controller is awful.
But yeah, check out the Jet Set Radio runs and bear in mind how that game does not control as well as they make it look. It controls well, but not how they make it look. Then we have two Kid Cloud runs. Kid Cloud. Kid Cloud. So this is Final Fantasy VII, the prequels. This is Kid Cloud. No, it's Kid Clown. Two Kid Clown runs. Crazy Chase and in Nightmare World again. To get Nightmare World out of the way, NES 90%, 1439, and Rayquaza 911 says it's the best speedrun he's ever done. End sarcasm. So that was sarcastic. And then 1706 in Crazy Chase, he says, let me explain why this game is bad, and that's bad in caps, like real bad again in caps. To advance to the next stage, you have to get all 4 card suits. They are found in the balloons. The problem, all locations are RNG. You don't know where they are. If you miss one, you have to redo the stage. Lol. This game doesn't even tell you what to do. Time starts when you start the game and ends when you put in the 4th key. I think that's fair. So it reminds me of Zool. Where, you know, if you don't know you're meant to pick up the sweets and whatever, then you are running around like a headless chicken. Yeah. Right. Oh boy, we have 4 M runs in a row with videos each.
That we do.
So, as there's 3 of us, we'll take 1 1/3 games each.
Hold on, which one has the longest comment? We'll break it up in certain sentences.
We'll take this one as a third. So hang on, so this is a Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfects on the Nintendo GameCube US version. Fiesel.
Right.
I'll take it. It's GameCube, any percent, and 147.55 by Fiesel.
By times second-hand sarcasm.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No one plays this game.
It's not very good, but I have a soft spot for it.
And would love for people to pick it up.
I like that. We did well.
Well done.
There you go. And there's a highlight video as well.
It is. The highlight video is already over. It was a short comment and a short video. But,
dude, he's picking up trucks and throwing it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
The best. Well, there's a few things wrong with it in real life, but in games it's great.
Look, in games it's awesome.
Reminds me a bit of War of the Monsters. That game was cool.
Oh,
anyway.
man. I still have that game lying around.
Dude, I have it too. It's behind me.
Freaking working PS2 around here.
Well, it's over there. I just have to trust myself.
Right.
I can't see it. All right. Feasel, you can take Mercenary Kings because I like the one afterwards, please.
Sure, sounds good. So Mercenary Kings for the PC. This says PCU, so it's not PAL this time. But I'll talk about it anyway. This is any percent no repeats in 2 hours, 20 minutes, 19 seconds by X Dragon. This is a very solid run with the new route that I just finished. Overall, it was clean cut and the boss fights went smoothly. I also believe that I found some sort of exploit with the C4 that I can replicate, that if I can replicate, might make the run a bit quicker. No time to explain the difference between any percent and any percent no repeats here, but if you want to know, come check out my FAQ on my channel.
Oh man, this is the game where you gotta nail perfect active reloads throughout. Oh, could not do it.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, braver man than I.
Indeed.
I mean, I guess maybe it's okay once you do it, but I would just find near the end of the game, if you're getting sweaty palms, you would mess that up a lot. All right, this one. This is one of my favorite game series. It's really cool, and I'd like to get good at it one day, so maybe I should. But this is Metal Slug PS2 Any Percent by 1307 by Joe Cool Games. Metal Slug, so good. This is played on the PS2 Anthology version. This run improves the current SDA time of 1647. Most of the save time is due to lag reduction and not using the slug. The slug is slow and laggy, and is only used on the third and last boss. Decent luck in most places and improved strategies also drop the time. One noticeable improvement is the alien fight, where I'm able to repeatedly stab him by manipulating his movement. This run does have more deaths than I would like, so some more work needs to be done. A sub 13 with 1 credit clear will likely be the run unless I find a new time saver. Shoutouts to DK28 for being an awesome Metal Slug player and motivating me to drop this time. If motivation is what Metal Slug runners needs, I'd really love to see a Metal Slug 3 time, a new record for that. I haven't seen a Metal Slug run in too long. I'd really would be like a cool game to try out myself, but like I haven't got. Actually, I do have a Metal Slug 3 one on PS2 if that's a good version. So yeah, maybe. No, who am I kidding? I'm not ever going to do it, but it's a really cool game, really sweet, really fun.
The sprite work
really
is
cool to see
incredible.
runs of it.
Like the animation is god tier in these games.
And just the fun of it, you know. And it's not random. You know, the enemies spawn in the same. Well, there's some randomness, of course, but the enemies are there when they should be. That's a cool boss kill too. And of course, this poor dictator guy always in trouble. Those bombs. Jesus Christ. Nice.
Wow.
But yeah,
Awesome
really
game.
cool series. Really cool. I know I might go down in flames for this, but I always much preferred this to Contra. So,
You know, some people prefer different things to other things. It's not.
well, no, that's not allowed on the internet.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm only saying
gonna
it to cause
post
a
angry
scene.
comments about you.
You should tweet about me, but not mention me directly. I heard that's a really good way to get people on the internet to, dislike. Yeah.
Twitter
Hey.
etiquette.
Yeah. This is your one.
This is my one.
Guild event. Yeah, you get this one.
Ah, fantastic.
I know you've been wearing your.
I know, man.
Power
I've
Rangers
got the Red
onesie
Ranger helmet
all day.
on and stuff. Even though this show was like
Hell.
way after I was too old for it, but whatever. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie on the SNES. Normal New Game Plus 2754 by Skybills. Says what started out as a trash run ended up being world record. This run reminded me that New Game Plus run of MMPR the movie has many dimensions far beyond a beat 'em up. Had it not been for time saved due to risky jumps and optimized boss fights, this run would not be possible. Frame perfect jumps on stage 2 using the Blue Ranger on stage 3 and a good ooze fight were all contributing factors to the sub 28. This is the run that will be submitted to AGDQ, so wish me luck.
Ivan Ooze. Which, yeah. Ivan Ooze is the guy that was in that one game, wasn't there? And he was really ridiculously good. And I remember this is the one where all the models are the same. So the Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger have exactly the same models. I believe once they turn into, hopefully we'll get to see a shot of them. But as I recall, they have the same male models as the male characters do. didn't get a shot of it. Never mind. All right, we have Miracle
interesting tidbit,
Warriors. Yeah.
Okay.
As I recall, Miracle Warriors Seal of the Dark Lord, which is, I'm going to assume seal as in when you close something, not seal as in the animal. That would be great.
Okay. Oh,
Can it be?
disappointing.
I don't know. It's Miracle
Let's make
Warriors. Yeah, Seal of the Dark Lord on Sega Master System, any percent in 63856 by Crazy Rasmus. Once again, representing the best 8-bit console out there. Yeah, actually, it's not 8-bit, is it? Is it? No, it's not. 16?
Yeah,
And this must be an
16,
8-bit, though.
yeah. It's also the best 8-bit console, regardless of which one it is, because I've totally forgotten. Dang. Anyway, it's great. 638.56, which I'm going to assume is, yeah. Oh, that is actually 6 hours, 38 minutes, 56 seconds. So it's an RPG, I'm going to assume then. This run is improvable. I made a 5-minute mistake in the run, but other than that, this run is pretty good, meaning that I got decent RNG. I think I'm done with the game for now. Maybe I'll return later for a 6:30 run. To remind you, Crazy Rasmus, very tall, very Norwegian. Well, not super Norwegian, but he's very tall.
Not super Norwegian.
Not
Great
bad
taste.
Norwegian. Only a little bit.
Great taste in consoles from that era and games. Also a big fan of Dragon Crystal, which is, I thought I'd never have to hear that game music again, but unfortunately at ESA, there it was. All right, this one, Pajama Sam. Is it a Pajama Sam a thing in America?
I don't know.
No.
Never really heard of Pajama Sam.
Okay, Pajama Sam. No need to hide when it's dark outside.
I had to abbreviate the hell out of that title, so that's what that garble of letters stands
Okay, hang
for.
on. What is it? Pajama Sam,
Nthwid.
NNTHWIDO. Any percent 107 by J2XP. It says this game is a point-and-click adventure game. It makes for a unique speedrun as it's about mouse optimization and button mashing, both limiting your frames and mouse movement and carefully timing escape key presses to skip cutscenes while avoiding dropped inputs. Wow, that was a longer sentence than I was expecting. I was not ready for it. This run pushed the boundaries of what I thought was possible in this game. Old record was 110 at the time, we thought was near perfect, and this run smashes that in pieces. This run has its share of mistakes, but the pure execution pushes this run to a previously at the time thought unfeasible. It doesn't say unfeasible, it says unfeasible, but I threw it. I thought, maybe it was an America thing because it sounds like it's an educational thing for kids.
No, I'm
About like growing
I've
up.
never heard of Pajama Sam.
No? Okay. There's someone in chat who's freaking out right now, but
I'm sure.
who knows? All right. Oh boy. I've talked a bunch, so I can give this one to Feasel, even though this game's pretty cool. Maintains
this game's pretty cool.
to this day the only Mega Man I've beaten.
Hey.
Yeah. As
Well,
base.
this is Rockman and Forte. Have you actually beaten this game? Really?
I beat Mega Man and Base on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's almost
which
the
is
same thing.
this game.
So-
It's this game. I beat it as Base, who apparently is easier, but I don't care.
Sure. Well, this is Rockman and Forte, SNES J, any percent Rockman in 3638 by Joka, who says, it's a good run. I know it's still possible in theory to shave a good amount of time, but the amount of RNG and finicky tricks makes it pretty unlikely I will beat this in the near future. Maybe someone else will. Shoutouts to PJ and Tonic, who let me know about the mistranslated item that actually gives you weapon energy when hit, making the quick kill on Wily much more consistent. And I believe we're seeing the Wily quick kill in the highlight.
Damn it, splits. I forgot to turn off hotkeys and had to type something.
I just remembered
We don't
I
need
didn't
no
beat
splits.
this.
We'll just make this stuff up.
Hell yeah.
Remember, I didn't beat this. I got to the tank in Wily 2 and stopped there.
I knew it.
Sorry.
Time was it
thought
when
I
it
did. I
died?
didn't. I just realized.
I don't know, we'll start at 1 hour.
I'm sure someone will have noticed.
Oh, I'm sure.
There you go. New world record incoming, though, right?
Hopefully.
All right.
Some fools.
But
I
yeah,
hope.
this game's okay. I liked it, but I've heard it's terrible. I can't. No, the game Mega Man and Base on Game Boy Advance is terrible, but on the SNES it's actually good. I think, but it's really hard. I think it's really hard. So I'm basing this on things a few years old from when PJ ran it. But now I've realized that this video is looping. I will move on.
Oh, it is. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to fix the splits.
to Rockman 3 Burst
Stalling for
Chaser
time.
on NES, which again I've never heard of, but this is any percent in 3058 by Iceplug. Anyone know what this is?
Rockman 3 Burst Chaser. This was the ROM hack, was it not? Wasn't this the one?
I would assume it's a ROM
Yes, it
hack.
is a ROM hack. It's
Okay.
very fast.
No.
Yeah.
I was watching the playback of it earlier, and it's really really fast for a Mega Man. But the run itself.
I'm trying to figure out which one it's based off of, though.
Well, Rockman 3, I would assume.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It probably is because it says Rockman 3.
Probably, but you never know with these guys.
You never know, yeah.
Yeah. But there you go. He just has a smiley face as his comment. I don't know if I said that or not, but he does. All right.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, the highlight for Sonic Adventure has not finished transferring yet.
No.
Yeah, maybe we can do that at the end if there's time.
Yes.
But yeah,
Do
sorry,
that
that
in
didn't
Blaster
finish
Master.
transferring yet.
Okay, well,
Okay.
should we save it
But
for
let's
then?
read. Yeah, well,
Well, we read Blaster Master.
no, let's at least read through it.
Yeah, we'll read.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's at least read through it. We got Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut for the PC. This is Sonic's story in 33 minutes 33 seconds .35.
You couldn't have
Well,
hit
it's very
it
close.
0.202 seconds earlier, could you?
0.02 seconds off.
Yeah.
All right, we got almost a bunch of threes by Mustache, who says this was a really, really close world record, only achieved by 0.11 seconds.
Wow.
I am really happy with this, but it can still be improved by around 45 plus seconds. Wow. World record
1 seconds.
by a tenth of a second. But
I would look at that and think, I'm going to round this down. All right. So that we'll get that highlight hopefully at the end. But well done. It's always cool to see more DX or any adventure runners really. But I enjoyed DX a bunch. I was going to watch somebody. There was an Amy story race. No, a big story race. But the stream I was watching just like played the big song once, and I immediately closed the stream and just listened to that on YouTube instead. Big the Cat song, literally, easily distracted, I guess. Punkei got the 120 star improvement by 2 seconds and 142.57. This was yesterday/today, depending on your time zone, I guess.
I call it yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, okay.
Yesterday.
So I found out yesterday is an adverb.
Yeah.
Well, I
Makes
didn't
sense.
never really think about what it was, but it is. Yeah, it's an adverb. No idea.
I'll be damned.
I didn't know what I would classify it as. Probably like
Technically
a
classified as a noun.
like a
I think.
noun. A noun, but no, it's
It's
an
true, but
adverb.
you can't have like a couple of yesterdays, right?
I
like-
did it yesterday. It's an adverb,
That's
right?
yeah, right. You did it yesterday is when you did it, I guess. Modifies
ran
the verb.
yesterday.
All right.
Okay, anyway.
I'm fine.
So, anyway, but yeah, Super Mario 64, Punkei beat it by 2 seconds, so the Punkei train keeps rolling. So, good stuff, Punkei. Keep it up. Keep it up. Hopefully, maybe you'll see Punkei SAGDQ. That would be kind of cool. Well, I mean, really cool, depending on your definition. We have Survival Kids on Game Boy Color. This is any percent ending 1. I don't know why I said ending percent.
Kids
In
running around with
617 by
Rambo's knife.
down. He says that after I sent my other world record to TSSB, which for the record was Legend of Zelda DX All Instruments, which we weren't sure about, so we thought we'd just mention it with this one without actually putting it on the list. But All Instruments, haven't heard much about All Instruments, but there you go. It's out there. If it shows up and it's good, feel free to eat our words. But it says, after I sent my other world record to TSSB, I decided to give it another shot, and wow, what a shot. Oh, well, he is actually referring to Cyber Kids. Whatever, anyway. I was able to destroy that time by 19 seconds, thanks to Klums for making the tasks with the out-of-bound sequence. I will attempt to do runs of the other 7 endings whenever I get down to it. 7, Jesus. All right, Tetris Attack. Let's give this to Gilda.
Okay, I do like Tetris
Yep.
Attack.
Yep.
However, this version I have not played, but let me cue up the highlight reel and then we'll go. It's Tetris Attack on the Game Boy US SP Hard. in 808 by Cards of the Heart. It says it's Pokemon Puzzle Challenges format meets Tetris Attack Speed meets all white making things blend together color palette. This is still one of the better speed games in the Puzzle League series. It's just something I need a little more getting used to. My sum of best is 651, but I get the feeling getting anything below 730 will take considerable effort. There you go.
This game's cool.
Yeah, I love Tetris Attack. I'm not particularly good at it. Like, I've watched Darkwing Duck mess around with it a little bit late at night, and fairly embarrassed at my Tetris Attack skills after watching that. But nonetheless, like, good Tetris Attack players are really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, any of these sort of puzzle games. I played a bunch of Puzzle Fighter with Ginny at his place, and I swear I was good at Puzzle Fighter once, but you need to stay practiced.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, just seeing these shapes everywhere you go, you're not good enough at it. When you're not looking at, like, your cereal in the morning and wondering if you could rearrange it.
Oh man, these blue mushrooms. That's totally a ×2 chain.
Actually, random question.
Yes.
I know I shouldn't go off topic, but I always have to. How much does, like, you have almond Snickers in the States, right?
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, how much is, like...
I don't know. Like, there's just
Snickers
regular Snickers. I don't think there's almond ones.
Oh, okay. Well, is there, like... How much does a Snickers cost?
I'd imagine 89 cents or so, thereabouts. Less than $1.
Yeah, about $1-ish.
Oh, okay. I was in town the other day, and we went into a shop that was closing down, no surprise, an American import shop, and they wanted £2 for a Snickers, an American almond Snickers.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, do you see why they were going out of business now?
Yeah, pretty much.
£7.50 for a bag of flips. The pretzel things.
Huh.
Dude, this runs really crazy. I know I'm off topic,
really
but that's high, right? Yeah. And I also went to another shop that had an American American food section, and it's had a warning on it saying that our American products may cause problems with attention and activity in children, which I thought was amusing that the shop was warning you about American products, something that the American government doesn't even do. Oh.
That's odd.
Yeah, weird.
Huh.
Almost Snickers. All right. Okay, right. The Chess Master is here. This is one of these amusing runs where, in the vein of Clue and Cluedo, you know, the Monopoly, those sorts of manipulation runs. This is basically trying to...
Basically, you're trying to drag the computer into making a really stupid play, as you will see here. Don't blink or you'll miss the highlight reel, trust me.
Yeah. I imagine he was going for Fool's Mate, but it didn't work, so he went for a 3-move mate instead of a 2-move mate.
Fool's Mate only works if...
oh, if you're black, right? Yeah, I just realized he's white.
Yeah, it's a 3-move. There's the record.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so
Hope you're paying attention, everybody.
I'm a whole highlight behind. It hasn't even started on my screen yet.
Oh, I just started it.
There you go. Here we go.
It's really short. It's the run, which is just 10 seconds.
I already watched it. But... So what's this mate called? Is this called anything? Or...
3-move mate. I don't know if it's got a special name.
It's so dumb. Why would it do that?
I mean, I would imagine he's playing on easy mode. I don't think chess users have come so far since, you know, the NES or the SNES that it's like become that much more advanced.
Why would its response be to move the king like that? It just
it doesn't look any moves ahead. It looks 0 moves ahead. It just randomly chooses a piece that could possibly move right now.
All right. Okay. Well, there you go. Anyway, all right, that was Infinite Mystery in 10 seconds.
Walrus, no, Scholar's Checkmate is 4 moves, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I thought that was 4. Was it called Scholars, or was it called something else? I can't remember what these weird checkmates were called. I just remember Fool's Mate.
But the chess master got fucked. Way to suck at chess, master.
Right. I feel like I should enter chess now. I'm going to try this move out. Try out my opening, a cheesy opening. Anyway, then there's the Expender Bros, PC 90%, 6 minutes, 16 seconds, and 62 hundredths of a second by Mirror's Mind. No comment. We have, oh boy. Feasible, you can read this one. You strike me as a big fan of this series. Yeah, more dinosaurs.
Sure, okay. Well, The Land Before Time. Like we said, there were going to be dinosaurs in the show, and here they are. This is for the Game Boy Advance. Any percent run done in 12 minutes, 54 seconds by Cards of the Heart, who says, Babby's first platformer. I don't normally run platformers, and this was supposed to be just another SRL Mystery Tournament submission, but something about this kept me coming back. Maybe it was the precise double jumps. Maybe it was the damage boosting. Maybe it was the death warp that warps the boss.
Maybe it was the
Either way,
dinosaurs.
this is... Maybe that's what I think it was, but keeping my own editorial opinions out of this. Either way, this is something I've been working on for a while, but this was the first run that I would call decent. Still lots of mistakes, though. I'm sure sub 12 can be at least close to achievable with current strats. All right, I'd buy that.
Definitely the dinosaurs.
Yeah, probably dinosaurs is the.
Yeah, this does actually look like
answer.
a pretty decent speed game, to be honest. At least haul ass, that's for sure.
You can go through walls. It's great.
And you're a dinosaur.
You're also a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit, giant
Oh, it
spider.
wasn't a wall. You're supposed to go through that. Giant spider.
Spider's huge.
Were there giant spiders in the time of dinosaurs? That
Don't know. I think I remember like a science lecture or something like that where it said giant insects that you see in the movies would be impossible because they'd like crush themselves under their own weight. Just based on how
sure, yeah.
their endoskeletons work. But I'm not
Just for the
100% sure.
record, I had some really funny jokes, but they were muted, so it's okay.
Dang it.
I was saying the game looked really cool, but there
Oh
was some
man,
really
I'm leaving
good
that
jokes
one up
too.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
That is a fine ending screen.
Dude, I'm gonna wait
Yeah,
to see it
giants.
before I read on. So
spiders killed the dinosaurs.
There it is. Hooray! Yippee! Yay!
That's
Everyone okay?
true. It could be a
Look.
tiny dinosaur.
Fantastic. Uh-oh, Feasley, your voice has gotten
Aw.
clearer. I'm going to assume that the final highlight reel is finished uploading.
That's adorable. That's adorable. We should have that as a TSSB show logo one day.
I will have to save it. Or find a way
As long
to
as I'm not the creepy, weird green thing on the
You'll
foot.
be the big foot.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
the
the Bigfoot.
I don't want to be the creepy one or the weird orange one too that looks like it has lips. Pretty sure Triceratops did not have lips. Anyway, the Oracle of Ages Seasons linked any percent is back again. The 41604, use the password from one and carry on in the other, sort of thing. But so this is another one got during Sea Emergency. Pretty good for a 4+ hour run starting at 3 a.m. Yeah, I definitely want to improve this at some point, but I think I'm going to focus on the individual games for now. Highlight showcases the Varen wrong warp and going out of bounds during the Varen fight to make her have a heart attack. You can reset the game after the save and quit text box and get the password from there, but I continued with the Varen showcase because it was a donation incentive. So, another world record, this one in spite of the donation incentive.
Oh shoot, this one didn't get grabbed. Hang tight.
Oh, no.
I've got it. It's downloaded. It just didn't get grabbed at the last time I was pulling more highlights over. So let me start that
Sorry.
reel.
I'll patiently sit here.
Please
It's
do.
funny to see all these Sea Emergency
Bam, there it goes.
records. Did all the people
Yeah,
who
a
were
lot of
doing it just not practice their game? They practiced it a bunch, but didn't actually do any timed attempts.
Didn't do any
and then when the
runs,
marathon
yeah.
came around, then they all PB'd.
Well, he has been doing runs because we've had this on
You're
before.
ruining my story that I constructed.
Ah, shit, sorry. Yeah, these are
This
a
is
bunch
why
of
we
hacks.
wait after marathons before we make up lies about them.
Bunch of hacks. Can't believe it, Feasel.
All right.
Well, geez, there's owls in this game too.
There's always owls. It's a Zelda game.
Yeah, so this is a Zelda game, so that means there aren't any sequence breaks, and there's no glitches, unfortunately, that help you with speed.
Yeah. So just a real pure speed game. Combat, puzzle solving.
This is natural route only.
Yeah. Definitely.
Boy,
This
X
is
marks the hell out of the spot in this game.
X is the spot in this game, apparently. Oh boy.
Now it's Battleship. Oh, wait. No. That's just the world map.
I think I forgot to say the runner's name because I don't remember trying to say it.
Mashister.
Mashister? Is that how you would go about it? Okay.
That's one possible way that one can say those letters.
Let's go with it. Mashister. That's better than what I was going to come up with. So, good job there. He didn't actually press the button to ask to save and quit. The game just literally said. You can see it's C-emergency as well because the character's name is Shark.
How observant.
Wow,
Shark.
he is.
I'll leave that
he
up
is
as well. That's another fantastic ending screen.
really not bothered about playing this game like it was meant to.
This is some weird level design. Why did they make the game like this?
Yeah, this game's really kooky. I remember being confused by it when I tried to play it, but wow.
Neat. Shark.
Cool game.
All right.
Shark.
Well, congrats for
Oh,
that
man.
416 linked run.
That wonderful.
Yeah, it seems, at least in terms of run quality, C-emergency must have been a success. Because, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
some serious runs in that. Oh, go for it.
We have Wonderful 101, Beatrix submitting the wrong console for this one. It's not on 360, it's on Wii U. This is the European version, but more importantly, the digital download version, which I will carefully back out of my this comment here. But it's a 6 hour, 1 minute, 19-second run by Beatrix. She says, Flicky called me a scrub last week for running New Game Plus on Metal Gear Rising, so I bought Wonderful 101 a week ago and took his world record last night. Now, let me point out that this game loads about 20 minutes or so. My theory is 30 minutes, Beatrix's theory is 15 minutes, and Maelstrom doesn't have a theory. But it loads significantly faster. There's a video I can link in chat, actually, to show the loading differences. But I don't want to run it without the fast loading, because not necessarily just because the time wouldn't be competitive, but more I don't feel the need to waste an extra 20 plus minutes of my life to loading now that I know I don't have to. So I have written an email to Nintendo, good luck, great, asking if they will give me a digital
Nintendo.
Give me a digital download version.
My
because
uncle
I
is
own
your
the game.
president, and
I took a photo of the copy of my game with my Wii U with my name written and a timestamp. So, I mean, if there's any shot. But yeah, I don't really fancy buying the game again, but at the same time. But anyway, more importantly, excuses aside, Beatrix and Maelstrom have been like playing around with this, and Quinn has sort of poked his head in a bit, and they're finding things, toying with items. This game, as I've mentioned before, is a real beast to play through and route and everything. It's long as hell. First playthrough, mine was about 15 or 16 hours. I think the average is like 22 plus. 100% takes ages. The run is ridiculously long, as you can see. It's about 6 hours now. Now, we all agree none of us are particularly good at it right now. 5 hours is what I reckon it could get to in the future when it's been researched extensively. But right now, like 540 or 530 would be about right, I think. But yeah, so Beatrix and Maelstrom are working on it. If I get my digital download version, which will fill up my Wii U pretty much, because Wii U has no space on it, I will probably throw my hat back in the ring. But until then, we'll just watch them do it and answer their questions. But yeah, so that's cool to see. Expect hopefully to see more of that. And everyone should buy it if you have a Wii U. Like, there's really no excuse. It's not like there's any other games you should spend your money on. It's better than all of them. Yeah, no, it is. It's literally better than any other Wii U game. So just go buy it if you have a Wii U.
there you go.
You know, there you go. Simple. But yeah, well done, Beatrix, I guess, even though we all know that none of the runs are going to be good for a little while yet. So yeah, sweet. Okay. Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah, who wants? I'll take this Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah,
I think
take that.
sounds like a game that I would play. Tiny Toon Adventures for the Famicom. This is any percent in 1326 by Joka, who says, no major mistakes, but I lose a second here and there, so a low 13 is not out of the question. The game is pretty frustrating, though, since it's so fast, thanks to a movement glitch, and you only have 1 hit point throughout the whole run.
Lucky just moonwalking through the wall here.
This does sound good.
Wait,
It's got wall clips.
NES. It's fast.
This looks like wall clipping in the donut ghost house.
He's taking Mario strats.
Well, Joker, good job. You just got yourself some competition.
This
Not
looks like
competition. It's teamwork. It's community effort.
It's competitive teamwork.
Competitive teamwork. Again, I had another dirty joke for that, but I'm resisting quite well.
Good man.
Well, thanks. So the duck can fly.
Well, yeah.
I'm
It's good. I'm
assuming
glad
that
you can cape over the levels.
I want to see that clip
This makes me
one
like it
time.
more.
This moonwalk was the business. Yeah.
Wow, I'm really getting.
Orb.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you picked up Yoshi. All right, now what?
He's gonna jump off him, right?
Yeah.
I like how he looks at you and smiles when he flies. It's adorable. Oh, it's definitely Daffy. Look, tapping
Nice.
his foot.
Cool.
Wow, that's
Well,
a loop.
congrats.
Loop.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see that clip again because it was cool.
It's,
Oh,
yeah, it's
the
a
moonwalking
well,
duck. Nice.
And this game, another
Moonwalking.
awesome NES game, is Uninvited, which I just found out is Uninvited. I've always been calling it The Uninvited. I thought it was like
Wait,
a.
it's not
like
the
the name
uninvited.
named it. It's totally not. It's just called
What?
Uninvited. I think even on the title screen it just says Uninvited. So there you go. Uninvited for the NES.
Mind blown.
This is US version. Any percent run in 12 minutes and 2 seconds by Zachy Draghi, who says, I had been wanting to give this a try for a while and finally had the chance to. I slowly whittled my time down over the course of this past week and ended up with this 12:02. This is the best menuing and cursor movement I've had so far in any of my runs of this game. Sub 12 is definitely possible, and I'll be shooting for that as my next goal. This kind of game is actually a real pain to speedrun because it is all just about really optimized cursor movements and trying to control a mouse cursor with a D-pad. That's a challenge. And there's some things that you want to click on that are really precise. And then, of course, there's all question of optimal menuing because there's different ways that you can hop around between the menu options and wrap from one part of the screen to the other.
Spell names are incredible.
Undidi.
Yeah.
Stellini, Telemaze, Cloudicy. It sounds like fake Italian words a lot, but yeah, interesting game.
But yeah, this Uninvited, Deja Vu, and Shadowgate, similar kind of thing.
Right.
And also, you
I
can
was
move by
waiting for you to
clicking on
say
the
one of those
picture.
names.
You can also move by clicking on the little icon in the lower left. So there's some question about which is the better way to go there. I don't know. It looks like fun, but like I said, pain to optimize. I don't know what kind of RNG is in this run, though.
Not
I don't
much,
know
I'd
what this-
imagine.
You set the cookie on the plate.
Most of these kind of games like Shadowgate and stuff like that, it wasn't RNG so much as just knowing what to do at the right time,
Right.
and, like getting all the stuff.
Well, Shadowgate, I know, has the Sphinx riddle is RNG, and I think there may be some other
Pretty sure.
things. And then there's some question about using the Sphinx to warp you to some other place, and that's also random. But I don't know if there's anything like that in Uninvited. But anyway, it's an awesome game. You should play Uninvited if you haven't, and if you are a fan of Shadowgate, because it's a lot of fun in my opinion.
That and Deja Vu.
Yeah, and Deja Vu. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a few of those on the show before because I was about to ask. What those similar games were, but you actually listed all three of them. So,
Those are the ones.
all right. Then we have World of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. So another Swede getting another Disney record, which is pretty much par for the course. But Aiden got the any percent Mickey, the Genesis version, of course, 1507. It's 1517 by SDA timing. So excited to get back to playing games after ESA. The run is very solid. Well, sorry, very, very solid. First three stages are almost task good. Later during the session, had a run that had potential for 1502, but failed so hard in the final stage. My goal is to get sub 15 before I move on to other projects.
Mickey,
So
please,
this is-
that's a solid cliff. You can't. No. Mickey. No. Where are you going, Mickey?
Oh boy, I get to watch this. What? What?
Yep.
You just run away and the thing despawns, and then you just run into it.
Yep. Pretty much.
Damn.
I like how Mickey in the cloud section, when he's jumping, he's got his happy Mickey face on, but when he's running, he looks like absolutely freaking terrified.
Yeah, a lot
kind
of
of an
games tend to do
interesting
things
swap.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one that reminds me in Uncharted 2, there's a part where you're like blown up and you're really injured and you're hobbling around. If you pick up a gas canister, there's no separate animation, so you just run full speed, lugging it behind you, no problem. Which is very odd. Yeah. I like that clip. But there you go. Good job, Aidenol. Enjoy your pig. I know he's got a pig, if any of you But yeah, there's a pig at ESA. We'll probably talk about it next week. But Aidenor has now got his own pig. Remind me if there's. Remind me about the pig.
A pig of your very own.
A pig. Right. I want to tell the story now, but I'll save it for ESA. But anyway, so where we got Yu-Gi-Oh! The Forcebound Kingdom on GameCube. New game, Yugi Story in 2 hours, 25 minutes, 31 by Cards of the Heart. Hey, it's a card. Well, it's at least a card series, and he's got the card name. But, you know, this is a real-time strategy RPG based on a children's card game. What could possibly go wrong? He said it's a children's card game, by the way, not me, so please leave the hate mail. I've always been a sucker for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-off games, but even I have trouble enjoying a game this slow without trying to go fast in it. I've been at this for a while, but only recent developments in the route through adding Harpy Lady and Kuribo had this time even gone decent. My splits tell me that sub 215 is possible with the current route, but even with the mistakes I made in this run, I'm not sure how. Guess I'll just go for 220 and proceed from there. Good job running a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that doesn't take 10 plus hours and is nearly entirely based on RNG. Well done. Cool. Yeah.
So,
I'm keen to see. Oh, no, I was going to say, I'm keen to see how a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game would do at a marathon. Like, especially like one that's an hour and a half long. I wonder if there's the community of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans, because there's more Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans than I realize, if it would be worth ever trying. In fact, we were going to try it for ESA, but it never happened. But I'm intrigued. But hey, Blaster Master, I believe we need.
Actually,
we got
Sonic
one more
Adventure first, then Blaster Master. Yes.
Yes, we didn't have the Sonic Adventure highlight earlier, so this is Sonic Adventure EX Director's Cut Sonic Story by Mustache.
We're going to do it that way round. Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to play that now. Sonic Story in 33.33 plus 0.02.
It's off to a fantastic start.
33.
Walls, whatever.
0.52. I like it, Fiesel. All right, here we go. It's just loaded for me. I want to see him rolling into a wall already.
Oh, yeah, that's over. The walls are done for.
He's the fastest thing alive, man.
Yeah, he doesn't have to listen to walls.
What? Okay. I'm not hugely familiar with this game, apparently, but I'm pretty sure there's not meant to be two Sonics, right?
You know.
I definitely do not recall there being two Sonics.
You might be able to play against a ghost or something along those lines. Either that, or he's just really making the game very unhappy with itself at the moment.
There's periodically an extra
there's a fine chance of both. Wow, was that some like bad place texture, or are those supposed to be mirrors? Oh, okay, they must be mirrors or something, or teleport.
I think so.
There's another Sonic, like, just randomly. Okay, maybe it must be a ghost, because it's doing things.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
Very operative term.
It's a ghost.
There you go. It's like the Dark Souls ghosts. Like, they're there for a bit, and then they disappear without warning.
Yeah, I think that ghost is like, if it is a player ghost or something like that, it's along the lines of it's trying to remember exactly what he did, but he's broken the game so damn hard that the ghost is kind of like, I'm just going to show up here. And
I think he was here at this point. That'd be very interesting. I'm reminded of the Half-Life project.
Out of the elevator, through the walls. Screw you, game.
I'm reminded of the Half-Life 2 runners have a ghost project. Did we ever talk about that on TSSB?
I don't believe so, no.
I don't think so.
Oh, God, this is quite old. But they made a script or a program, whatever, that can record your old demos or take the position of Gordon from the demos, and you can race against yourself, as it were, ghost style. Which is very interesting.
See that?
Well, there you go. Sonic, suitably broken, as it always is.
One more time on this elevator.
Yep.
That's too amazing.
Well, congrats, Mustache, for that run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those threes.
I need to blow my nose in a second, so you guys should carry on without me.
Alrighty. Well, this next one we got here.
Yep.
Oh, and you can go ahead and do it, Gilder.
Oh, yes. Speaking of broken games, this is Blaster Master. This is the PAL version. As far as I know, most of these things cannot be done in the NTSC version. But Cool Kid has absolutely wrecked the PAL version of this game. It's slightly edited down, but the run's only 5 and change long, so you should probably go check it out as well. Let's see, what's the actual time?
Apparently, Charlion and also Nadua helped.
There you go.
They've been all running the game.
Yeah, this is a somewhat extended highlight. We've the run is short and amazing. So, all right. So he took intentional deaths there. So he's setting up a death warp later. Now,
right, he wants to be on his last life before doing all this stuff. The thing about the screen wrapping you can do in the NTSC version, but I think that the zipping and the air jumping is a PAL thing.
Yeah. Because what he'll do later with air jumping, like right here, he's gonna pause the game, and for some reason, I think it's like a frame, maybe two, it makes Jason think that he's on the ground again, so you can just double jump. Which is, needless to say, makes things a little bit interesting and broken.
It looks to be just like Legacy of the Wizard, in that when you go out and you pause and unpause, it forgets the I'm still jumping flag, so it thinks you can jump again. It looks like that's what's winning here, or that's what's happening here. That's why he's.
You also have to pause and unpause to get out of the screen wrap glitch.
Even in modern games, this can still occur.
Yeah.
Thinking Darksiders has that, and Apescape has similar things. What? He just walked behind the scenery and then teleported to the other side.
Right. The going through the door and then turning around in the last frame so that it wraps through to the other side of the screen, it shifts the hit boxes of everything on the level over by one tile each time you do it. And so when you walk to the edge of where you're supposed to be able to get to, sometimes being a little bit out of bounds lets you do this this little warp. You can do this in the NTSC version to skip some stuff. There's a glitched Blaster Master NTSC version, but I don't remember being able to do these crazy zips in that version, and obviously doing the air jump.
Yeah, and then right there in Area 3, he intentionally kills himself to get the tank back. Like, the screwy thing is, if you die after doing a screen warp, the only time the tank will warp back to you is if you die and continue, you'll start at the beginning of the area with the tank. But
right.
If you just die out in the field as Jason somewhere and you left the tank before, the tank stays wherever the hell it was. So, yeah, here comes some more of the pause jumping. And then pausing at the very end so you don't take fall damage.
Right.
So
I'm sure if you could break the game to this extent in NTSC, they'd just be playing the NTSC version, so must be unique to PAL.
God, that would be a freaking harrowing jump right there. Just bail down 3 or 4 screens. If you don't pause at the right time, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Wow. This game's pretty dead. Well, you know,
yeah, the PAL version is toast.
Coding-wise, yeah. It's been destroyed.
I love this, yeah.
I love the way he walks towards an enemy and he just teleports behind the ground, behind the scenery, and then just pops out in front of him.
The final boss fight is an absolute joke as well. It's pretty fucking hilarious. As far as I know, you can't do that on the final boss fight on NTSC that way either.
Looks like
a pause glitch here to keep the head in place with the mutant frog thing.
Looks like GDQ's gonna have to find a PAL monitor somewhere.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, this fight with the final boss, as far as I know, this doesn't work in NTSC, but
it sounds different. It sounds like he's continually pausing and unpausing it, whereas the grenade glitch in the NTSC version, whenever it gets used, you just pause.
Oh no, I'm talking about with the standing guy here. Like,
you're talking about the second part.
Yeah, the final boss.
Oh, I got it. All right.
The shield dude.
Remember, he's ahead of us.
Yeah, you can pause buffer the grenades in the NTSC cart, but it sounded like he was pausing and unpausing, like, repeatedly. I could be wrong, but it sounded like it was different.
No, I know how that sort of. I've been looking into running this game somewhat, like the NTSC version, and as far as I know, what that does is you can kind of like hold the crab boss, who's notorious for being, fairly RNG and run ruining in stage 5. You can kind of hold him in place in a sense. You can at least minimize his ability to move around and screw around with your run.
I see.
So it's not the same thing as like I can't remember the bosses 2, 4, 6, and 7 maybe, where you can pause, like throw a grenade, pause when he's taking damage, and then it just let it run until the tone changes and unpause and he's dead.
It's a different trick.
It's a slightly different tactic, but I don't know 100% if that's the exact explanation of how it works, but...
Neat. Well, look for this to get improved, I'm sure, because it looked like there was still room for improvement on it, and obviously beating a classic game like Blast Semester that fast has got to have some appeal.
It's got some competition.
Mm-hmm.
Cool Kid seems to be hopping from glitched game to glitched game recently. So, keep your ears to the ground. I think Nadu and Charlie are running it as well, as I'm sure a few other people are, but check out all those 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're done there. Records is wrapped up.
Yes, it is.
You got it. You did it. You knocked it out of the park.
I need to log into the other account because, as per usual, we will be running some ads at the end of the show. I need to turn ad block back off because I tried to have it off on Twitch, but oh my god, that is difficult. Especially when I wanted to watch a stream and it showed me literally 12-minute commercial about animal abuse, which not my cup of tea. So we'll be showing the ads if you want to watch some ads at the end of the show and throw us a handful of dollars. Well, not really a handful, like a
handful of dollars, right?
A fistful of dollars.
$2, yeah.
Maybe next week
literally
you can throw us
dollars.
a fistful of or a few dollars more.
In the smallest plural sense we can get.
Oh, I thought you said a handful of dullards.
Oh.
No, dollars.
Actually, I guess
Yes,
the
that is
smallest
what we
plural
are.
we could get would be 0, right?
Technically speaking, yes, $0 would be plural.
Yeah, well, there you go. Anyway, now while I try and get to the fucking dashboard...
Who are we going to raid?
We need to find someone to raid, but first...
We do.
We need to talk about next week's show. We're going to be doing an ESA recap with some people I haven't decided on. Odds are there will be one tech person, one person who was there when the old school games, me, I guess, and then 2 other people who I haven't decided on yet. But, there'll be people there. So that should be ESA recap next week. We're talking about ESA backstage, some stuff. Probably maybe mention some of the things coming next week. I don't know what exactly it's going to be, but there'll be that. Then this week you should get in your game submissions. You have 2 weeks, I think, to do the game submissions for HDQ. So craft those out. Again, send any prize cool things our way. We'll definitely help you get your game on there for sure. Absolutely 100%. And is there anything else we need to do except for find someone to raid? Because we don't have any guests to thank, so...
You can thank your lucky stars.
Oh,
Thanks, Lucky Stars.
Thanks, Lucky Stars. All right, and find someone to raid. Are you finding someone to raid?
I think Diesel has found somebody to
I'm
raid.
looking. It just takes a while.
Yeah, let me have a quick peeky pook.
Definitely.
I have another option, I suppose.
Hit it. What do you got?
Oh, hey, SRL has whether it's Hitbox or Twitch on their things now.
Neat.
Oh, there you go. Neat. Neat indeed.
Didn't you have a suggestion for a thing?
What is the suggestion?
I thought I did, but I don't. But let me get... No, what I do. Let me...
Yes, no, maybe.
Okay, hang on, I found it. Hang on.
I'll moonwalks.
This is a... I don't know if it's like a more temporary thing, but like... It's an interesting thing happening, and I've just lost it again. There it is. It's this one. This is my one. Because this is the stupid race they're doing right now.
The stupid race.
This is really
How come
dumb
I didn't
race.
sign up for the stupid race? All right, that sounds
trust
good.
me,
Let's
you don't
do
have
that.
enough time
Sure,
for
we
this
can
dumb
do
race. Let's go with the dumb race. All right.
Somebody
do we
suggested
have
a
a raid
raid message
message?
as well as this, and I like it.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
That's somewhat accurate. So yeah, we're going to rate the GTA Marathon. They are running 100% Vice City 3 and San Andreas. In fact, they're racing it. This is the restream with 6 people, commentary going and so on. Rate them with the message, screw you walls, or any kind of wall-based hate message. They're 15 hours in of a probably 40-hour run. And I'll hopefully see you guys next week. Please watch some ads after the show. And yeah, see you next week for ESA stuff.
Indeed.
All right.
Everyone,
Bye.
have a
Yeah,
good night.
cool. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Walls are for weenies.
There you go. Walls are for weenies. That's your moment of zen for the week. Later, everybody.